What up, everybody, and welcome to Baz on Blades. My name is Baz, and I talk about blades. But here at Baz on Blades, we don't only talk about blades. Now, knives are our primary focus, but we do realize, believe it or not, it takes more than knives to make the world go round. Now, we cover a lot of EDC items. We might talk about titanium pry bars like this one from Maverick Customs. We may talk about flashlights like this one from Olight. We may talk about firearms and firearm accessories like this new holster that we got in for the Taurus G2C. Upcoming review on this, spoiler alert, it's awesome. And we may even talk about mundane items such as a watch, the Casio Duro, and that is exactly what this video is about. Now, I have previously reviewed the Casio Duro, this blackface version here, and I will put a link for that review in the description section and also in the pinned comment in the comment section. Now, this video being about the Casio Duro, we're going to bring in this new colorway from Casio. Recently, they introduced two new colorways to add to the blackface, and we have one of those here, and that is the blue face. The other new colorway is a blackface with gold bezel, and I do not like gold, and I do like blue, so that's what we've got here. We've got the blue face Duro. Let's go ahead and take it off of all this crap. Nobody wants to see that. Look at this, guys. I apologize for that glare. With above lighting, with the studio lighting, I just can't get away from it, guys. Even though my lighting points straight up at the ceiling, there's still so much up there that we're going to get this glare, so please forgive that. So the blue face Duro, it is a very rich, dark, vibrant blue. It does have a sort of a sunfire sort of face on it that you may not catch a lot of that. Maybe you can catch some of that right here. It is subtle but very attractive. Let's see right here. You can see it is the exact same watch as the blackface. Very little change other than the colorway. And what we're looking at here in the Duro is a medium large contemporary classic dive watch, 44 millimeter case diameter, 48 millimeter lug to lug, 22 millimeter lug spacing for 22 millimeter straps. It is 200 meter water resistant. That is internally certified from Casio. It is not ISO certified, but I've never heard anything about the water resistance on these. No negatives at all, guys. You have a screw-in crown, and then you've got a screw-in case back we will take a quick look at here. Casio, it does have the Marlin stamped in it, and then your identifiers for your quartz movement. It is a quartz movement, battery powered. Very accurate. I tend to only set the time on my blackface twice a year, and that's when the time changes for daylight savings time. So it's very accurate. You do have a 120 click unidirectional dive bezel here, rotating dive bezel. Very, very little slop in it, guys. It does line up very well. The second hand hits the indices very well, guys. It is pretty much spot on all 60 seconds. It's just a fabulous, fabulous watch. Again, reference back to my Duro review. I called it the best $40 dive watch on planet Earth. And even though, due to popularity, the price has gone up $10 or $15 on these, I did pay $55 shipped for this blue face. I got it from a trusted dealer on eBay, and got it in just a few days. $55 on that. Now, they do come on a decent rubber strap. You know what? A lot of people boo-hoo these straps. I really don't care one way or another. I can't stand rubber straps. They sweat so bad for me. I just don't like them. So what we're going to do in this video is we're going to change that rubber strap out, and we're going to put a Nato International Nato strap on it. And you can see here Nato International. You can also find them on eBay. I just buy their product off of eBay. Their straps are about $12 each for solid color straps. This Contemporary Bond is also one of their straps, and I've been wearing that, you know, not every day, but pretty much day to day for a year now. It's a pretty high quality strap, especially for $11. So you're looking at, even with a strap change on this watch, you're looking at $66. And you can see I chose to go with a dark blue strap. I think that watch is going to look fabulous on that. Now, please forgive me if I look extremely awkward changing this strap out. I am having to reach around a camera mount and camera to do that. Now, to do that, I have this specialized shrimp fork here. It is for eating shrimp when you go out to a fine restaurant. No, it's not. It is what's called a spring bar tool, and it does have a notched end to catch spring bars. Or if you are lucky enough that your watch has drilled lugs, it has a straight pin to push through the outside of the drilled lug. Usually that is only found on more expensive watches, so we're not going to find that here on this $55 Casio. We're going to have to use this other end of this. Oh wow, that was like really easy. So this one is going to be the troublesome one. Let's see here. Oh, there we go. All right. So we got our watch here. I am going to reuse these spring bars. Nato International does supply spring bars with their bands, but I'm not going to worry about that right now. I'm just going to put these same spring bars back in here, and this is where the awkwardness comes in. I've got to get these in here right now, and I'm sure there's an easy way to do this, but I usually just use the fumble fuck through it technique. That works very well unless you lose that spring bar because it shoots out of your hand or something. Let's see if I can get this in here. If this takes more than 30 or 45 minutes, we will pause the video, guys, so you don't have to watch it. Oh, come on now. All right, so when you put on a Nato strap, all you've got to do is put your spring bars back in after you take your original strap off. And then we're going to take this strap, we're going to thread it through on the 12 o'clock side, pull it up. Let's see, we're going to pull it up about right here, thread it back through on the 6 o'clock side here. And then it's going to go right back through this loop right here. And all you're wanting to do is sort of space it in between here. And let's see if we've got that spaced about equally. All right, so now we've got that on a nice dark navy blue Bond, or not Bond, but Nato strap, guys. And let's take off my black face here. We will put this one on. See how it looks on the wrist on this blue Nato strap. Guys, if you're interested in the Casio Duro, and if you like watches, if you like dive watches, you should be interested in the Duro. Especially if you want to get a extremely high quality watch at a low price. The Casio Duro at between $45 and $60 is a cult classic. It is a cult classic, guys. And there you go. That is the Duro on a dark blue NATO strap. Now, the great thing about these Duros being the price is you can buy multiple straps for these watches, and you know they're sort of strap whores. You can change the strap on them whenever you want. Once you do the initial change for a NATO strap, you've got your spring bars back in. You can change the NATO strap over in just a couple of seconds, guys, and it really brings out the fashion aspect of a watch like this. Now that is a good looking watch. Let's bring this black face back up here. We'll put them side by side, guys. Look at that. It is just such a classic looking dive watch. Very much, I think, in the vein of the Rolex Submariner. In fact, many people consider these to be sort of a Submariner homage. And they are, you know, there's a lot of design language similarities between the two of them. But I don't think anybody is ever going to try to pass off their $50 Casio for a $10,000 Rolex. Now, there is one little difference between these watches other than the obvious blue face and blue bezel to black face. Black bezel, and that is in the second hand. You do see in the black face, the second hand has a red tip. In the blue face, they have done away with that with just a full chrome finish on the hands. I like that with the blue face. I think that is a good change. Not that the red would look bad on it at all, but it gives it a little bit of unique character other than just the change in the color of the face and bezel. I do think that the red pops better against the black face than it would against the blue face. I think the full chrome second hand is better for the blue face. So we will take this back off, take another very close look at it, guys. Yeah, like I say, I'm not going to go into a lot of detail on this. I didn't want to do a review. I just wanted to take a look at it, change the strap out. And what do you think? I think it looks fantastic on that blue strap. Now, we could throw it on a black strap. We could throw it on a tan strap. Blue moves across between your black colorways and your brown colorways. You could put it on a leather strap, either black or brown. To dress it up, to dress it down, to do whatever you want. That is the great thing with this watch. You are getting an extremely, extremely high quality watch around the $50 or $60 price point, leaving you money to accessorize with straps. And I don't know if you have seen my Duro review or if you've watched any other Duro reviews, but I'm going to tell you guys, this watch is pretty much universally loved. It is pretty much universally loved, guys. I have watched probably literally 20 different reviews on the Casio Duro. And initially I watched the reviews because I'm not a watch expert. I did need to touch up on the finer points of reviewing a watch other than they say, ooh, I like it big. I like it, I like it, I like it, I like it. I wanted to do a little more detail than just I like it. And But I watched all these Duro reviews and I started noticing nobody had anything bad to say about the watch. Everybody, no matter if they collected high-end watches, mid-range watches, no matter what they spent on watches, everybody had a Casio Duro review. There are hundreds of reviews for the Casio Duro. Most of these reviewers keep a Casio Duro in their collection. They buy these watches as gifts. You can give this watch to somebody and they don't have to be ashamed of wearing it because it's a cheap watch. They are universally loved with a cult following. I shit you not. And they have been seen on the wrists of billionaires who wear a $50 dive watch. There is nothing to be ashamed about on this $50 dive watch here. And I think that the blue is just as attractive as the black in every way, guys. I think it looks fantastic on this dark blue NATO strap. And you know what? I don't even know that I'll ever take it off of that strap. It just looks fabulous on that strap. So the Casio Duro. Now, like I say, there's 3 different colorways. Now, of course, I've just got 2 of them here, the black face and the blue face. The other one is a black face, but it does have a gold bezel on it. If you like a little touch of gold, the case on that one is still in the polished stainless. It's just the bezel that is gold. So it's not, as far as gold goes, it's not overwhelming. I just don't like gold. Also, you have seen these on my wrist, and my wrist is about 7 1/4 to 7.5 inches, I believe. I measured it for my original Duro review, but I don't remember what it was. I think it's 7 1/4, 7.5 inch. They do not wear like a big watch. They are 44 millimeter diameter with 48 millimeter lug to lug, but they are thin, being quartz watches. They're 12 millimeters thick instead of 14 or 15 millimeters thick like a automatic dive watch typically would be. They're easy to wear. They're attractive. They're inexpensive, guys. They're accurate. There is just nothing to not like about the Casio Duro. So there you go. The new Blueface Duro. There's all kinds of reviews out there on them. I do have the review on the Blackface if you want to check it out. It's highly recommended. Highly recommended by Baz on Blades. I love this watch more than any other watch I've ever owned. And I wear it more often than all of my other watches combined. And some of those watches cost multiple hundreds of dollars. So there you go. That's a recommendation enough from Baz on Blades. All right. Thank you, as always, for taking the time to watch one of my videos. God bless all of you, and we will talk to you again.